Hi, I'm Regis Kostelak with the Regency Insurance Agency. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you're probably shopping for insurance. So I'd like to give you some tips, just some things to consider as you go through the process. Tip number one, focus on value, not just price. I know that price might be the reason you are looking around. Maybe your rates went up or you just want to make sure you're getting the best price possible. But if you focus only on price, well, you're going to get cheap insurance. And cheap insurance may cost you more in the long run. You know, honestly, we don't do that anywhere else. We don't go to a restaurant and ask for the cheapest piece of pie, no matter what, or the cheapest surgeon for our daughter's operation, or the cheapest car on the dealer's lot. What we want is value. And in insurance, that means the whole ball of wax. That means price, coverage, service, claims ability, and focusing on value will get you all of those and a better policy than you have currently. Second tip, assess your needs at the time of claim. The way I explain it is to start at the fire truck, then work your way back to your checkbook. What kind of coverage do you want when those fire trucks are bouncing their lights off your neighbor's houses at 4 o'clock in the morning as they put out the fire at your house? What do you need? How much coverage do you need on a house? Are you properly covered for your belongings? If it's a flooded basement, did you have enough backup of sewer and drain coverage? Is there jewelry pieces you need scheduled? If it comes to auto insurance, are the right covered drivers covered? Maybe you have grown children that come home for the holidays. Will they be covered properly if they borrow your car? Things like that. Those are the things that you wanted to determine you need at the time of a claim. Then once you've figured out what those are, you can now go shopping for that best price. Tip 3, I would say make an honest assessment of your own insurance knowledge. When you're looking online or calling around for quotes and you look at those deck pages that you have, do you know what those limits mean? Do you know what those coverages mean? More importantly, do you know that some of the terms for coverage may have different definitions from one company to another? Some companies may have different exclusions or exceptions to exclusions. Make sure that you do know what those are. And if you don't, then that comes to my next tip, which is consider using an agent. And what I mean is a good agent. An agent that wants to inform you, not sell you. An agent that is looking to make sure that your needs are met and will work to put together a program that will tailor a policy for your needs. We're an independent agency here at Regency Insurance, which means we have a number of different companies. So we're not going to force a policy on you simply because that's the only one we have. We're going to assess your needs and then figure out what it is what company will provide those for you. Which brings me to my next tip, which is if you're going to use an independent agency, don't shy away from companies you've never heard of. You know, we've all seen the commercials, we've seen the ads on the internet or maybe the radio ads from the same 4 or 5 companies over and over and over again. They spend millions of dollars in advertising to get your attention. Well, there's a lot of really, really good companies, I mean excellent companies, that don't advertise nationally because they aren't licensed in all 50 states. So you may not have heard of them, but they've been around 100 years. They have A+, A++ ratings. They're award-winning claim service. These are companies that we have in our office, as well as some of the big national companies. But consider them because a lot of times they'll have coverages that aren't offered elsewhere. They have some really nice competitive pricing. And if you've never heard of those companies and you're dealing with an agent, let him or her explain to you how they can be in your best interest. Well, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call our agency. If you do the things I've just described, what you'll find is you'll get yourself a policy that's competitively priced with the coverage you need, great claims ability, and the service you deserve. I'm Regis Kostelak with the Regency Insurance Agency. Thanks for listening.